Hello, and welcome to Behind the Duvet for Molly 2, Bound to the Matches. I am with some TTers and some cast, and we will be talking about Behind the Duvet and all that jazzers like we normally do on Behind the Duvets. Okay, so we have got, if we just go round and we just say who you are and who you played. So, Chelsea.
Hello, my name is Chelsea Lagan, and in this episode I played Molly and Random Whore.
Random whore.
And Random Whore.
Like
Strax.
Hello, I'm Strax. I play the lovely, delightful Mr. B. And if you haven't listened to that before you listen to this, stop. Go listen to that first, because spoilers.
Because obvious. We say this every time, but like, where's the logic of listening to Behind the Duvet before you listen to the audio?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Grace.
Hello, I'm Grace, and I played the wonderful, kindest woman in the world, Miss Elizabeth. She's very kind.
Don't touch that.
Connor.
I'm Connor Chadwick, and I play the isn't it the hotel owner? I can't remember. I recorded it very last minute, didn't I?
Yes, you do. As a last minute replacement. He's the DOS House owner.
Oh, there you go.
The annoyed DOS House owner who just really doesn't want to be there. Kelly.
Oh, hello, my name's Kelly Coyle and I play Susan, the prostitute, and Molly's best friend.
That's the best intro ever.
Ian.
Can't follow that, sorry.
Wait a minute, never mind.
I'm Ian Harris and I play the priest.
Jim.
Hello, I'm James York and I was the music composer
He is
for
the music
Molly.
man.
I'm Music Man.
And Mart.
Oh, I'm Mart and I play Jack Black, Ratcatcher.
Did you forget you were here, Mart?
Yes, I did. Yeah, sorry, I was half asleep.
Editing.
So
Yes,
we edited as we do now with my side of Behind the Duvet. We just listened to the audio because now we listen to the audio and then we kind of compose ourselves and then start this up. So, Chelsea, hello.
Hello, my lovely.
How did it feel doing a second episode of Molly?
Emotional, very, very emotional. Like, of course, when Jen said I had to sit there and compose myself, it was me mainly, because obviously I cry and I get emotional and it's great. But like, this story is so different than the first one because it had, it's just, back in Ireland and all this stuff. But now that Molly's actually in London and everything, she's experiencing this entire new world to her that she's not used to. And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, but a very emotional episode indeed to listen to. And like the recording process of the whole thing was like, it was on the next level type of thing.
Grace, how did it feel bringing back Miss Elizabeth? Because obviously, so out of all the characters, Susan returns, Mr. B returns, Miss Elizabeth returns, and obviously Molly returns. So how did it feel bringing Miss Elizabeth back again?
I love
Like an
playing a
earlier
villain.
version of Miss Elizabeth as well.
I love playing a villain. She's so good. Everybody loves a villain, don't they? Especially Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I love playing Miss Elizabeth. She's so great, but I don't like shouting at Chelsea. I don't like it. Well, it's a great acting challenge, it is, but I just don't like shouting at Chelsea. Don't like it.
Strax, Mr. B. Early Mr. B. This is the thing I loved about writing this. So, like, the thing with Molly 2 is it's very much set in the before Vastraverse. So if you listen to Molly 2 and you want to carry on, go listen to before Vastra's 1 to 7.
Yes.
Because you see more of Mr. B and you see where they are 10 years after Molly 2's finished. So Strax, Mr. B returning.
Yeah, Mr. B. He's a lovely man, isn't he?
Lovely.
Yeah. He's I don't know where he comes from. I honestly don't know where I get this character from. He's a nasty piece of work. Put it that way. And I managed to creep out all the cast, which is Anne and cast's children. Which I apologise. And if your child has been seriously affected by the voice of Mr. B, then you can call this. There was no number to call. I'm so sorry.
Random number.
Random number. He is twisted to fuck.
I'll say this: I hate writing those scenes, and I hate editing those scenes. I really do, but I know they have to happen.
Yeah. As an editor, I can only imagine how many times you will have heard me saying things like
"Lock the door."
Lock the door. Stuff like that.
You know it's bad when on my like permanent downloads I have Mr. B's office. It's like one of my ones that's always been there since BB3. And it's just like, hello, ticking clock.
The thing is, for and probably the same with Grace's character, for a character that wasn't supposed to make many returns, we've had a fair few comebacks. I think
I'll say this isn't just when you think this isn't the last of them either, because they're going to be back in another spin-off series next year. Yeah. They're gonna be in Tusks next year. So
I'm a nice person really, but
Tusks.
Molly will not be in Tusks,
I'm
but
sorry,
Chelsea will return.
Yeah, Chelsea will be in Tusks.
We're sorry.
I'm sorry that I'm that mean to you. I'm really sorry.
All I got all the way through was Connor texting me like, "Abby, what have you done? Abby, what have you done?"
Then at the same time, I'm like, no.
Oh, I've worked with Chelsea a lot, so I'm hearing all these scenes happen. I'm like, I don't like this at all.
I feel slightly violated.
Yeah.
It's like whenever you talk, every single one of us, whenever there's a Mr. B scene, you could just see all of us kind of disappear behind pillows and t-shirts and dressing gowns. It's just like,
Yes, the amount of different actors that we've had in the various different things that I've creeped out. I think one person did actually hide behind a pillow.
David. David during Molly 1 actually hid behind
a man who loves
No.
horror.
It wasn't Molly 1. It was Cluster.
That was it. Yeah, but a man who loves horror stuff, and I creeped him out. So I'm quite happy with that.
Tick.
Take that. I'll take that. It's fine.
So, emergency casting wise, because I'm just going to talk to Kelly because obviously she was our stand-in / replacement Susan because the original Susan wasn't able to do it sadly, so we had to bring Kelly in because she's a new TTer. Hello, Kelly. You're muted.
Muted and recruited.
Right, I'm unmuted.
Yeah, you're a new TTer. So it's kind of a last minute deal. So you sadly she didn't get to experience live recording. It was literally just me being every character and her reacting to my bad Irish accent. But how was it for you doing your first audio?
Oh, it's really fun. I really enjoyed it. It's something different to what I've done before, but it's something that I like to carry on doing.
Thank God.
And a lot of and listening to the whole story of Molly, I could picture where it was because growing up the road from the Matchstick Factory, I knew a lot of the places that was spoke about in the story. So I could actually image the alleyway and the streets and the bridge and everything.
The joys of audio editing. Like, oh, it's so much fun because I go round by that way just randomly because I'll just be like, I'm bored, so I'll just walk past the Match Factory. This lot know. Because they'll just get random selfies of me stood outside the factory like, Abby, why are you there? Like, why not? But research. But no, so Kelly auditioned to be in Match Girls, which is out next year, which is where I was like, hello, would you like to be in Molly as well? And she was like, yes, please. So thank you for that. Much appreciated. And I'm really happy you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, no, I did. And it's nice meeting all the cast as well.
Aww. Grace.
I'm just glad I've not scared everybody off.
I hope you're not going trick-or-treating tomorrow.
Who, me? Yeah. I should be dressed as Mr. B. Freak out all the children. You imagine that? Hello,
I hope you don't listen to
children.
me.
Yeah, I'll do my candy.
So, Mart.
Hello.
technically, like this is your first TT production.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Yeah, like for voice.
Yes, it is, yeah.
I know you've written for us before.
I've scribbled a
but
few things, yeah.
Scribbled a few things down. How did you find playing Jack? We all loved you playing Jack. Like I know all
Yeah.
of us were like, oh my god. But how was it for you?
It was terrifying to start with, but it was a lot of fun. Once I found the right voice, yeah, it was great. So Sid James, basically.
That voice worked perfectly.
It's the only thing I could come up with. So yeah, I'm glad it worked out okay.
I'll say this as well. I really want to bring Jack Black into some more things. So don't be surprised if you end up getting a message like, do you want to come back?
No, that'll be great. That'd be awesome. Thank you. That'd be brilliant. I don't mind.
Reoccurring character that's not a creepy bugger. So it'd be quite nice.
That'd be different.
Yeah. Refreshing change.
Ian.
No.
Father Harris, who is called Harris.
It's purely
I
coincidental.
thought long and hard about that one.
I'm being typecast. It was actually quite a therapeutic experience. Now bear with me on that because I know it's quite a distressing, emotional tale we're telling here. But recently I played a hell of a lot of villains and monsters and really nasty characters and just like horrible, nasty stuff. So it was really, really nice to come in and do something nice for these characters and be a nice person. Actually be a human being for a minute.
I'll say this, my favourite line when you delivered was when Chelsea does the whole sorry for cursing father and you're like, you're forgiven, but there's like a slight chuckle. All I can see is just Molly being like, I'm sorry, father. Like, yeah.
He's like, oh, you're forgiven.
He's a good man.
It was fun. It was fun to do, really, really fun to do, and so nice to actually just hear it. And my God, Chelsea giving birth.
Oh,
can
fucking
you just
hell.
spend a moment going, oh my God? Because
we did that the day of the script read.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I was like, it was just me and Chelsea, and she just went straight in and pulled all sorts of positions in that bedroom she's currently in. Basically,
it's my little sister's room, and I had my microphone all set up, and because of like how, but because I had to like scream and shout and stuff, I was just like, right, I'm gonna stand away back from this microphone. And I took my inspiration from a lot of Call the Midwife episodes. And I remember literally me and Abby just going through the script and everything. And you were like, oh, well, shall we have a wee go, like a wee practice run? And I just flicked through the script and I was like, okay, let's just go. Let's just do it now. And if it sounds bad, we'll do it again. But no, that took one take. And it was the longest, just under 3 minutes of my life. It was the longest thing I've ever recorded.
And she messaged
me
the next day, like, Jen, I'm absolutely shattered. It's like she'd actually given birth.
Yeah. I was sweating buckets and everything. I was absolutely sweating. I was just like, here. I don't think I could top that in my audio stuff. It's just like, yeah, giving birth was like, I think the hardest thing that I've had to do.
And it's so well done, Charles. Like, it's crazy. And every single time I've listened to that many a time now, and I cannot not cry at it.
I completely forgot
ridiculous.
I was going to be paid whenever I was listening, and I was like, hold on.
I could see the look on your face dawning as if to say, oh no. Oh no!
Oh, the cramping!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Here it comes, so to speak.
But no, it was absolutely amazing to do. It was so fun to do and then afterwards, after I finished recording, my father came in and gave me a hot chocolate, and he's like, "I listened to everything," and I'm like, "I thought you were going outside," and he's like, "Nope, I thought I would stay, and I regret that decision entirely." And I was just like, "Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for the hot chocolate, though." But no, honestly, I don't think I will be able to top that one off unless I have like a really dramatic death or something. But like, yeah, giving birth, that's the top of the list. I don't think I'll be doing that again anytime soon.
You will be doing it again, but not anytime soon.
Yes, but not to that extent.
So
It's not me giving a nightmare.
that's true. Other emergency casting was Mr. Chadwick,
Hello.
who played the Not Hotel owner because it's 1800s London. I'm going to give you a lecture about doff houses now, Connor. Are you ready? So you once again, this is the disadvantage of having to do emergency casting. He had to do it the old-fashioned way, where he just sent it in. So he didn't have the joy of calling Chelsea a whore live.
It was only a 10-minute wait though.
It's true.
You sent me the script and you had it.
Yeah, literally, he just recorded it there and then. I was like, oh, okay, happy days. So
It was
that was
9 a.m. and I was like, I've got nothing else to do. And then you're like,
I literally went on the Talking Heads Facebook chat and I was just like, anybody free? And Connor's like, there you go. I was like, oh, happy days. And the next thing you know, he's having to call Chelsea a whore. So, you know, it's just an average Tuesday.
I was like, Mr. Chadwick.
I was just like,
How dare you?
How dare you?
yeah, I hadn't really acknowledged what I'd done until after. I was like, wait, hang on a minute, that was Molly. It's like, oh,
I'm sorry, Chelsea.
Yeah, yes. And then I got a message from Chelsea going, how dare you? And I'm just like, oh, okay, well.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Welcome to TT.
Indeed, I'm here.
He's a TTer now. He's crossed the barrier.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed the audio. It's been a very emotionally wrecking
traumatic
hour and a bit.
You can say that again.
So, Jim, music-wise, I know.
Hi.
So, there's only one track that was a new track, which was the Molly Birth track. Everything else was stuff picked and chosen from various BVs that you'd sent me like over a year ago.
Oh my god, it's been a year.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, the BV4 came out in the December.
Right.
So
yes, that was very
recycling of tracks.
Yeah, and it's quite good because in a way, it's linking the two universes. Well, it's in the same universe, but it's linking the two series together. And I think I mean, I wish we had the reaction of a certain track called Drip. Was it called Drip?
Yeah, Splish Splash Splosh.
Splish Splash Splosh, there we go. Inventive title. And literally I was like, yes!
I love that track far too much. So that track is in Before Vastra 2 when Susan, Alice and Jenny go for a paddle in the Thames. And I was like, there's a scene set. And they literally sat on the edge of the Thames. And I was like, I'm going to use that track. But I lowered the pitch and I slowed it down because it wasn't like... The original track was made for like a really sunny, hot day in London. And obviously this track was made for like January, sat by the Thames. So it had to be a little bit different.
And in a way, that's quite nice that you lowered the pitch and slowed it down because, again, it's a distorted way. That's, I think, as a composer, that's great to hear. Sometimes people do that with your music because, again, originally it's a very happy sound, very happy, oh, lovely, oh, having a lovely little splashy splash around the river.
Just change the like tone of it.
Then, yeah, the way you change the tempo and change the pitch, it's like, this is not no, we don't want this, no.
And the other track that I remember the name of that I used, there was quite a few Before Vastra tracks that I used, but the one where just before Molly storms out of the house to go to the bridge was called Molly's Rage, and it was the same track that played in the background of the argument between Miss Elizabeth and Molly in Before Vastra 4.
And that's
so
great, yeah.
Oh, it's so good to listen to these like tracks again.
Did you hear the sneak? Did you hear the sneak of the Before Vastra theme tune?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, there it is.
Put them all in there.
Oh, I
so,
love it.
So seriously, if like I said at the beginning, if you have listened to Molly 1 and 2 and you want to know more, if you listen to Before Vastra, it's mainly centered around Jenny, but up to BV4 does have a lot of Molly's story in it as well. She does pop up after BV4, I hasten to add, but in other entities you will find out when you listen to it. But yeah, Molly and Jenny, well, they're in clusters. If you listen to Cluster and stuff, Molly appears a lot, so they are besties. Let's face it, they are besties. But the other music was done by somebody I used to know from church, and he wrote the Charlie name reveal song and the wedding song. So,
but they're so good as well, so amazingly done.
So yeah. Does anybody have anything they would like to add or talk about? Because my brain has gone all mushy. Apparently.
How does it feel to go back before Vastra?
Before Vastra.
Before Vastra.
Coming
How
soon.
does it feel to kind of
Vastra.
give Cathal and Molly the backstory? How obviously, because you probably had it in your head whilst writing before Vastra. How was it?
I remember saying when we done Behind the Duvet Molly 1 that I wish that I could have shown more of Jenny and Molly's relationship, but because of what Before Vastra was meant to be, it was more about Jenny and Vastra, even if it showed like the Jenny backstory. So I couldn't show too much of Molly. But I remember saying to Chelsea after we recorded BV2, because they talk about Molly being pregnant and then coming over. Basically, they do like an abridged version of what we've just seen. And I remember being to Chelsea like, I might do some spin-offs. And then Chelsea was like, yeah, sure. But I didn't really know Chelsea at the time, so she's just like, yeah, okay.
No,
so
I
this
absolutely love it.
But
it was amazing.
I say there's definitely going to be. She's another one that's just going to magically appear at points. Is Molly, because Jenny and Molly, they're their own like dynamic duo, isn't they? That's them. Yeah. But no, it was nice. It was nice to show kind of, and I wanted to end it on a happy note because the original draft did end with the bridge scene.
Oh,
yeah, no, you need a bit.
And I was like, no, for once, I'm going to give Molly a happy ending because it doesn't happen very often with her. So
it doesn't happen very often with your writing.
That's true.
I was just about to say,
true.
Abby, happy ending. What is this?
I don't know. The script I've just written that I can't talk about has a happy ending, so it's not all doom and gloom. Just if there's Molly involved.
It's just if there's just Molly involved or anything.
Molly makes a friend. Oh no, the friend has died. Molly makes
That's basically what happens, isn't it?
The friend has died.
Molly makes a friend, she dies. Molly makes a friend, she dies. Molly's friend with Jenny. Stay tuned.
It's like what's the name? It's like not Lucifer, but like there's a
no, that's Mr. B.
No, but like I've said previous, if there's like a scene, because you'll see it when Match Girls comes out, I did exactly the same thing. If there's a scene where it's, you mean so much to me, you're my bestest friend, that person's gonna die.
So they're basically your equivalent of a red shirt person in Star Trek.
Basically.
Right,
just put this red top on.
Like, oh no, they're gonna die.
It's like, oh, they just had a lovely, oh, for crying out loud.
It's dead, Jim.
Dead, Jim. Anything else that needs to be added? Anyone? Any more questions?
No, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you giving Molly the story because I absolutely love this character so much. I really do. And even though like the birthing scene was just like on another level, it's definitely like, you know, opened my eyes more to like what you can do with like voice acting and everything, like everything just. But there was another thing as well with like, especially with like, you know, like the baby sounds and everything, how they match so well with everything. And like, I think you even like, you know, like shocked yourself of how good it like really sounded all together. But no, honestly, I just absolutely loved being a part of this journey with Molly. I really do. I love her to pieces. I always cry at
I
it.
It just
cry.
makes it worse, people, because me and Chelsea definitely know where all of this is going, so it just makes it 10 times worse.
Yep, Exactly. That's why we don't talk
Yeah,
about
we
it.
don't talk about it. And on that note, thank you for joining us for Behind the Duvet.
Mhm.
That was the cast of Molly 2. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
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 Bye-bye.
Goodbye.